Hello, everybody. This is your friendly neighbor, Elisa Foxy, and welcome back, or welcome to the latest new update of Honkai Star Rail of leaving Pinakani. But today I was, for some magical reason, why I'm zoomed in all close on Dr. Ratio is I was watching each character with their eyes and how far their neck is willing to kind of turn. I noticed because there was like a certain video that was talking about Aventurine. It started with that. I cannot find the video anymore, so as much as I would love to give that person the credit about that, about how Aventurine would look at you all the way and his eyes is fully focused. It's so funny that, like, now seeing Dr. Ratio, for example, he's like his eyes is locked on you because he's paying attention. But then if you look carefully, it's like he's only gonna look so much as if he just knows you're just admiring him at this point. It's kind of hilarious, I think. And I noticed that with some of the other characters. So what I mean is, so Aventurine, for the example, he is watching you the whole way, and I'm just watching the neck. He's like really turning his head a lot to look at you, and the eyes. Just watch. You see the eyes? I mean, he is locked onto you. Where Dr. Ratio just kind of his eyes doesn't move like all the way, like he knows you're there. But it's like eventually knows. Look at it, all the way, all the way. That's crazy, and that's the same thing. However, the neck, I don't know. I guess I never really paid too much attention of how far in real life for guys when they look. Let's see what I meant. So I guess to the left. How far to the left? But his eyes is going pretty far. Eh, almost. Yeah. Oh well, he's trying. He's definitely still keeping an eye. Look at that. He's just onto you. So I always thought that was kind of fascinating to me, and I was kind of watching even like for Dunhun as well. His eyes is still following you. Still, he's still watching. His neck doesn't put too much strain when looking over, but to the left, it's kind of at a limit. But his eyes is still watching, like he's very cautious. You can tell. Excuse me, but yeah, I just kind of noticed that, and then what made me really think about it was when I was going to Blade, and it's so funny that in the animation they're not even doing their animation except Dr. Ratio. He just kind of ignores you altogether and just does his idle animation. Because Victorine could have did his animation at the time, but I mean, like Blade, he's consistently watching. Just, but his head isn't slightly turned all the way like how Venturine does, but it's like he just knows you're eyeing him. I mean, who wouldn't? I wonder if Kafka does the same thing. However, I did notice Blade's head is turning far more on the left, but his eyes doesn't. I mean, he's watching, but his eyes doesn't move far like how a Vitrine's eyes is. I just thought that was kind of fascinating. This is how I'm just gonna start this, even before starting the new thing about Firefly. It makes me wonder how many characters. Unfortunately, I wish there was an option you could actually take off her blindfolds. I mean, I know there was a trick to do that, but I wish I could actually just manually take it off. But it's just cool to see, especially for the guys. Now he's a robot, so I'm not too sure how far. Well, pretty far. Okay, let's try the other way. No. Okay, this he's like, nah, I'm not looking any further than that. You would think his eyes would. It's slightly moving, lightly, like very slowly. He's just kind of watching. He knows he's cool. That's hilarious. Vitrine, not Vitrine. I mean, Argentine. His eyes is lurking. So he looks far to the left too, like Blade. But the eyes don't fully. I mean, it's like maybe this side of the eyes does. I like if you try that in real life, I bet you guys are looking far as you can and trying to see how far you're really looking to. It's kind of interesting, uh, even the smallest details about that. Some people don't think about that, but I do, especially in the game. I guess maybe I really admire Honkai Star Rail and the details, and then I noticed the sparkles when. By the way, because I'm a Blade fanatic, but I see like sparkles on Blade's sword because I was going kind of slow in leveling up, uh, like doing my dailies, and it's just I was like, oh, Blade's sword is sparkling when it shatters, or I mean even before to shatter, so it's kind of cool. Let me see Kafka. Her her eyes is watching ya. I'm trying to see how far. You'd think her neck would be able to turn even more than this because our for a girl, like even for me, I guess when I'm I guess it depends how flexible you really can look, how far you can look. Gosh, I shouldn't try to do that. Like, I mean, I could probably look over towards my shoulder. Probably not too far. I mean, probably somebody who's really flexible enough to just look all the way. One day we're gonna have a character, and it's just gonna turn like a very good turn up to the shoulder, and it's gonna just freak everybody out. I wonder if Sparkle would do that. Nah, okay. I was wondering because she would be the type that would do something silly like that. But yeah. So let me finish up leveling up here, March, because today I'm going to show you guys uh Firefly, which she just came out today. So I'm looking forward to trying to at least whatever little amount that I have is going to try to pull for Firefly, and hopefully we will get lucky. So also we got other events. We got a new story, which is this the Unconquered. So we got that to finish. And of course, I don't usually mess with the daily missions, so we got this, and then I guess I need to go here to finish up that later. But we got that, and you also got some other more goodies. We got the Divergent Universe, the Human Comedy. That is new, and it's apparently, according to them, it's an early access thing, so I'm looking forward to that. And then here it is, of course, the farewell to Pinacani, so I hope you guys are excited about that. You guys can also use my code down here if you're new to Honkai Star Rail. Of course, you guys can use it and go, or you could. Other people probably have a whole bunch of codes, but it also helps. It also gives each other some goodies. You can earn up to 480, of course, even when you share to your friends to get them to join. But yeah, you could try out Firefly today, and I think we also have some more other new things to help in unlock, uh, some more rewards and a free character card, or most likely another free character that you can get, which is good. It's really helpful. And also, Firefly's Gift of Odyssey is out, so you will be able to collect all of this, and maybe you'll get lucky and to obtain her too. I think the simulated universe upgraded. I cannot remember, but I did beat my old version of the simulated universe. Not this one, but there was another one I did before the patch came out, and I was determined to beat it before the patch because I had trouble before. When you guys saw me last stream, it was like about the I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like, what was it? The deer animal that stomps on the ground, and that's what it does, and spawns plants and stuff. But yeah, so I got past that, and so yeah, so we got all these wonderful, nice new events. So let's start with Firefly, so we can see the trial, whatever you want to call it here. So we can see. I want to see her new animations and stuff. So we can transfer and gain new abilities with the ultimate, and when transforming, greatly enhances both break ability and break damage, and adds fire weakness to the enemy. So it's not just Himiko going to be in the way, but yeah. Use technique to leap in the air and move about freely. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so Firefly can use her technique to leap into the air and move about freely, right? And then when free movements time runs out, and then the technique button again, using a plunging attack to hit all enemies within the technique range. Oh, that's really good. Applies fire on them. That's very, very useful. Very, very, very useful. Okay, so cool. Let's try it now.
Firefly Type 4. Activate.
Nice. Whoa! One shot. Holy cow!
You in the mood for another beating?
Oh my gosh. Wow. And I got an achievement for that too. Jeez Louise. Alright, that was awesome. That is awesome. Too bad I don't think you can check out. Oh, we can. They're using exactly her cone. Okay. Just seeing that, it also is very more tempting to get the card as well. So, of course, if I get that lucky with it, bravo. Let's do it. I just want to charge.
Firefly Type 4. Activate.
Alright, so she deals minor damage to the single enemy. Consumes portion of the unit's own HP to regenerate energy. So deals fire damage to a single enemy. Advance this until the next action. Okay. So when she transforms, embers complete combustion states. Advance this unit's action by 100% and gain enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill. Increase this speed and weakness and break efficiency and the break damage to receive by the enemy's target, lasting until the countdown ends. The lower the HP and the less damage received during the complete combustions, the damage reduction remains at the maximum effect, and the effect res increases. If energy is lower than 50%, when the battle starts, regenerate energy to 50% once the energy is regenerated to a maximum. Dispels all debuffs on this unit. Holy cow, so she's kind of like a Pila version in a way. I mean, Pela? Yeah, Pela. Pela. I don't, depending how you want to pronounce it, but yeah. That's really cool. I wonder if she's even good with Ron May. I guess that's why they're both together in this patch thing. Alright, so the leap into the air, it moves about freely, of course, and after the second of the movement, plunges the attack all enemy within range at the start of each wave, applies a fire weakness to all enemies, and deal fire damage to them. That's really still awesome, though. I'm just looking forward to this.
Decided to play your ace, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that.
Rice like a good brew. Full-bodied and... My friends, indulge yourself.
Is he roaring? Oh my gosh, the roar, man.
It ain't over yet.
I usually go a little faster than this, and I didn't want to. I just wanted to kind of enjoy the animation this time. Alright, so let's see what this does.
Executing attack.
Take your positions.
Okay. Now, I want to use this special, but I'm gonna wait. I mean, fire her special, but I will wait. So instead...
Let's improvise.
Commencing support.
And then I'm just... finish it off with this.
Oh,
Joining the battle.
Alright, so I'm just gonna break
That's
that.
all you've got?
Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of these small guys, though. And then...
Dreams do come true.
enemy targets detected.
Because I think once I break them for the second round, I'm also gonna apply more damage on it. I don't have to do that, but...
Inputting commands. Whoa.
Time. Detonate. So, you in the mood for another beating?
So she's kind of like Blade in a way, where she hits... and...
Let's kick things off with you.
that's pretty interesting.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
I'll wait till they all recover, because they're all going to recover anyways. Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
Time to mix things up. Slice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself.
The roar is, it makes me giggle. Just hearing that. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, I'm gonna go a
Take your
little faster
positions.
there. Alright, so.
Let's improvise.
Alright.
Step up, let's see ya.
It sounds like I probably do need to do the special in order just to finish off everybody. I didn't want to, but let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna start with first.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
And then
like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
oh boy, I wonder how that's gonna.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack!
All right. So
I shall set the seas ablaze!
oh my. Interesting. Alright, she's pretty powerful. I like that.
Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beating?
Let's improvise.
I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas ablaze!
My gosh, she's very, very, very powerful. Very insanely powerful. Okay. We'll get the other one, because, you know, it's free goodies.
Sound lingers. Yeah.
Alright. I pretty much know how she works. Because when she breaks the enemy, they actually remains
Existence is unity. I won't surrender.
usually in the break, like, quite a good while.
Dodge this! Naughty child. Nap time. Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind. Eternal.
There we go.
Take this! Rise, Venus! No more playing nut, you're not going anywhere! Wanna see what I can do? Dodge this!
There we go. Very useful. Re-break the enemy again. So, yes. And now, we are going to go ahead, and we are going to continue on now the story, since I just got my achievement just now from Firefly. So, let's do that. Because I would pull, but I like to try to get through the story and get as many goodies as I can, as it just add on to this, because maybe I'll get lucky. You never know. Right, so let's go back to Pinnacle and, you know, all the goodness.
Are there other matters?
I don't know, Blade. Okay. Ooh, I just passed my own room.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey! Wake up! The sun's frying your butt! Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out.
Well, this conversation is deja vu.
What are you talking about? Are you still half asleep or something? The Order's dream is over. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony. I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. I was traumatized and too scared to even close my eyes. I thought if I fell asleep, I'd never wake up again.
She's traumatized? What happened to the Stellaron?
The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories. The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Everyone's waiting for you, so hurry up and pack. We're leaving as soon as you're ready.
Alright, let's go, March.
After all this craziness, nothing is better than staying safe in reality.
What is the Radiant? Tell me more about the current state of Pinnacle. What happened to you in Inna's dream?
Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged into the sweet dream. I felt a cold tentacle diving into my memories. But something else was there. So the tentacle suddenly disappeared. And then I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Sunday didn't seriously believe that was the life I wanted, right? Breaking free from that cheesy illusion was just a piece of cake.
Okay. What is the...
It's a massive airship, and it's awesome! I heard it's never shown to the public. Only VIP guests of the family get to board it and enjoy the breathtaking views of Penacony. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets, plus this fancy button model. After you're back on your feet, you can enjoy them all. We are pretty much celebrities on the planet of festivities now, aren't we?
Tell me more about the current
The
state.
Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories. The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order.
Right, so she said the same
Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting.
thing. Okay, let's meet up with the others.
Yeah, let's go. We've got some time before we board the ship, so let's catch up with everyone at Dream Jolt Hostelry.
No, I want to I want to leave now, March. I'm kidding.
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Oh, just a heads up. You're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin. She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, By the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
Aww. Truly, Firefly just wants to live her
Welcome,
life.
Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director. I've asked around. This airship, named the Radiant Feldspar, belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Ah, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
Numby. What the heck? I'm not too sure what's going on with that. I guess this is where all the topaz numbies. So cute.
So this is the legendary menu.
They're sleeping there, lounging around. I hear a bird. Oh, I see. He's just chilling in the water. Okay. Apparently he likes the pool. How cute. That was cute.
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around.
No, I'm hearing the treasure.
Hard work pays off.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
Sparkle.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode!" Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
Hasn't anyone actually tried pressing
What
it?
will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. They're terrified of death. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance. For your safety, please stay away from these buttons.
Sparkle. Nami's just all the way up there. Let me just talk to her first.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Felspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Felspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Felspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater had to be temporarily postponed. So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Felspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye.
Oh, there's more Numby?
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC. Don't you dare embarrass me.
Okay.
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC. Don't you dare embarrass me.
Just trying to make sure if Numby senses anything else. I think we're okay. Alright.
Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Shouldn't taste bad, right?
Let's do...
Numby! Catch!
No?
Ooh, oops, not to your liking, huh? Sorry. I'll treat you to a nice meal once we get back to reality. Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like Madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your best. Especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, Old OT's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation. Listen, test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and we're going to tear it wide open.
Welcome aboard my ship, the Radiant Feldspar. Smart and charming ladies. Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation.
Sounds like a trap.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odie Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss, yes?
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You used the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Look at a long dream. Where's Himiko?
Even long dreams eventually come to an end. Our adventure in Penacony is reaching its conclusion. After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
And what about Sunday?
He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of glory of the trailblaze to all of you.
Well, hello again.
Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique, as we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen heroes. To the nameless resting in peace, and to Gallagher.
Okay, wow. Alright, so if you guys really enjoyed this, please remember to hit that like button and please be sure to subscribe. So we will continue the next chapter, of course, to finish off Penacony and, you know, more story. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And you guys take it easy and have a wonderful night, evening, wherever you are in the world. Till then, take care.